Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So, a few of you have asked me to make a video about what I believe Finn and Cassidy will do in Nevada in episode 4, and I want to apologize that I didn't get to this video sooner, but I was just busy. But anyways, here I am now. Now, before this video starts, I also want to say one thing, well, two things actually. First off, I did a walkthrough video with the YouTuber JohnZimGaming, so if you go to his channel, you'll see that we played Saints Row 4 Gat Out of Hell. And secondly, we just got 2 days left until issue 8 of Life is Strange Waves comes out. So I hope you all are excited for that as I am, and I'm really looking forward to seeing issue 9, I believe it was. Well, it is issue 9, sorry. I believe it's in October. I believe issue 9 is in October. There we go. Sorry, I was getting stuffed up. So anyways, let's talk about Finn and Cassidy. But we have to go through the ending of episode 3 in order to get to the start of episode 4 and what their roles could be. Now, the ending is basically the same no matter what you get, but it has a few different outcomes, but it's ultimately the same. Daniel will lose his shit, and he will just like cause like a shockwave explosion that will knock everybody out, and Sean will lose an eye. Well, he doesn't lose an eye, but his eye has got glass in it, so my guess is he's permanently blind in that left eye, I believe it was. Anyways, so as we all know, Finn can die in that. He can get shot by Meryl, but Cassidy, she cannot. Okay, I believe Cassidy is immune, like, to death at this point. I don't see her dying until episode 5. Now, I guess the real danger in episode 4 for Daniel, I gotta say, would be Finn, because Finn's the one that, if you don't choose to rob from Meryl's safe, then Finn's gonna be the one to persuade Daniel to go and steal the money. So he's really, because Finn's a pretty, like, I like Finn. He's a pretty cool guy, but he's also, I get the sense he's kind of a manipulator. Like, he says he's out to get the money so that Daniel and Sean and him, Cassidy and his friends can go and live happy. Because he goes, when he's trying to persuade Sean whether or not you do it, he's like, you and Daniel deserve to get the jackpot or something like that. I don't remember the exact words, but he think of him as like the Dutch Vanderlyn, as a sort of Dutch Vanderlyn character, a master manipulator who's, I wouldn't go far as master, but a manipulator. And really, that's what he was interested in, money. As soon as he found out Daniel had his powers, he was like, Meryl's got all that money for the taking, and he wanted to take that. But Cassidy disagreed. She didn't want that. She didn't want to put Sean in danger, even though, like, I could tell that, like, because she's not that type of person. But if it was, say, Sean, for example, I could see her, if Sean had the powers, I could see her possibly coming around, like, not like, oh, okay, let's go steal from Meryl, but I could see the possibility of maybe that if you were playing a Sean who had powers, there'd be some sort of speech thing like Chloe does in Before the Storm, and you could persuade Cassidy to help you. Because if you don't, and you end up finding Sean, and if you don't help Finn, and he'll take Sean, and you and Cassidy can go and see him. And when you try to leave, Sean just like uses the force and just chokes Cassidy. I don't know if any of you saw that in one of my walkthroughs. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that was in one of my walkthroughs and not something I just saw on YouTube, because I've seen various outcomes for the endings. Anyways, moving on. So, okay, let's say Finn's dead and Cassidy's alive. She will obviously want to get Daniel back, but how does this tie into Nevada? This doesn't really make any sense to me, because she's like, you can invite her to come with you, and Sean can invite her to go with him and Daniel to Porto Lobos, but she goes, I'm good here. I'm not one to settle down. I need to keep moving and moving, and so yeah, that's the way she is. So I can see her helping Daniel, but I can also see her kind of be like, you know what, I'm moving in that direction, I'll help you. Which is kind of stupid, but it could happen. But the question is, how are they even going to find Daniel? Because if Daniel is with Jacob, and they are at that Havens Point place in Nevada, then because would Cassidy and Finn know about that? Because Jacob mentioned it, but do they know exactly where it is? Is it something you can find on the map and look up, or is it like some cabin in the woods stuff where it's like out in the middle of nowhere, or out in the forest, or a desert or whatever, and then they have to track it down? And so when they get there, I can see Cassidy being a voice of reason. If these people, if the Reverend is indeed Karen Reynolds, then obviously Daniel's not going to want to go. But what type of person would she be? Would Karen Reynolds be a nice person? Would she be kind of crazy because of her powers? I don't know. We'll have to wait till episode 4 comes out, which will be in 3 days, to properly find out. But let's just say, like, episode 4 happens. What if Daniel goes so out of control that Cassidy can go to Sean? He's beyond saving. There's nothing. We tried to help him. There's nothing more we can do. We should go. Because if you can engage in a relationship with Cassidy, which I have not done yet, I screwed the pooch on my last one. I actually haven't seen them hook up, actually, because I'd rather play the game and see it for myself. Just like I've never seen the outcome where Daniel and well, I have seen the outcome, but I haven't gotten the outcome in episode 2 where Sean and Daniel can successfully evade the police, and so Daniel won't have to use his powers to save Chris from the police car, or don't use his powers and let him get hit. So anyways, that's really all there is. What do you think could happen what do you think Cassidy and Finn's roles will be? Do you think that Finn will continue to manipulate Daniel and make him use his powers more often, which could expose him to the public? Do you think Cassidy will get fed up with Daniel at one point and go to Sean, your brother's beyond saving, we need to leave? It's like, let's go someplace else together, because I can see that happening, because she likes Sean, so I can see her basically going, because she said it herself, she doesn't stay in one place, she keeps moving, and as long as Sean keeps moving as well, then I can see them being together. But anyways, that's really all I have to say on this topic. I hope you all enjoyed this video for what it's worth, and I'll see you in the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.